Persephone, darling, you know I'm just as furious as you, but I can't think of adequate punishments with your stress radiating behind me.
There are no adequate punishments. What is taking them so long? What if War is hurt or upset? This wouldn't have happened if they were involved. They must be hurt.
Trust me, they're fine. You don't get from the mortal realm to the underworld in a matter of minutes. Maybe we'll get lucky and Fenrir will devour them as they pass through the gates. No, that's not good enough either.
What took you so long? We have been stewing for hours. Do you have any idea what you've done? How badly you screwed up the only thing we've ever expected of you. My beautiful baby. Oh, are you all right? You look stressed. Were they mean to you? Oh, no.
Father?
You barely had the right to call me that before you went rogue. You've completely lost the privilege now. You will speak when spoken to. Hypnos, Mimir, and Rosemerta are all up there working their asses off to rectify your petulant mistake. You were all needed for this job. That's why I sent the 4 of you up there. Is that really so difficult to understand?
Chief,
You're the fixer. That's all you'll ever be. Stop pretending to be anything else. You Cafones are pathetic. I've got the Tartans, Fates, the 7, and the boss all breathing down my neck to reprimand you.
Pride lives by their name. You can't listen to them. Chief, can I speak?
No. I've been considering reopening the books since I heard what you did, and maybe Pride should be the one to get your job. Once I break you, you had 1 job, Death, 1! And you couldn't even do that right. So you better give me one hell of a good reason why you fucked this up so royally.
We arrived there as planned, but we're having trouble with some disagreements. I wanted to move things along, so I thought...
So you murdered... What was the final hit count again?
3,000.
Thank you, my love. 3,000 people? No rhyme, no reason.
I wasn't thinking clearly, and I apologize.
That's a terrible excuse. You are a terrible leader. You've lost your edge and our respect.
Oh, you apologize. As if that makes up for your mistake. You are encouraging reckless behavior and disobedience. This thing of ours is nothing without our code. But that means nothing to you, clearly.
Father, it is the only reason I did what I did. It's my fault! No, it's not! They're trying to take the blame because I stepped so far out of line. Stop trying to protect us. It is my fault. More Conquest started arguing over domain rights the second we arrived in the mortal world, and I didn't want to collect. I didn't want to serve my purpose.
Excuse me.
I don't want to start the apocalypse.
That's not your choice. It's not even mine. I take orders from the boss, and you take orders from me. The only reason we created you was to make starting the apocalypse easier.
We were only following...
Don't you interrupt me! Famine, you'd better start making sense before I let the hellhounds loose to feed on you for the rest of eternity.
Everything you told us was a lie. I was only up there for a few moments, but it's not what you said it was. It's the opposite.
The world is diseased, and we need to follow the orders we're given. Death's job was to keep you all in check, but clearly they weren't able to deal with your delusions of grandeur properly.
May I say something? War and I were fighting more than usual. Death's desperate measures were to remind us of the job at hand.
Death took stupid measures is what they did. Poor sweetie. What did Conquest do to you?
Nothing.
They were so mean and annoying, and they wanted part of my cut.
You wanted to throw the plan out the window and Famine got
Well,
pulled
I wouldn't have to if you two were being such peanuts.
Silence! This is a pathetic display. Get out of my face and stay in the wind until I can decide on an adequate punishment for you. Death, stay.
But
Only death! The only thing that may earn you mercy is that you didn't rat on the others. At least you have some respect for our code. When you leave here, you're going to pay a visit to Wero and Apophis. Tell them I sent you. A mock execution should serve as an adequate punishment in the interim.
yes, sir.
Oh, one more thing. You'd better keep the rest of them in line while you're down here, because any punishment they receive, you'll get 10 times over.
Yes, my lord.
Yeah, I've been looking for you everywhere. They grilled you pretty hard and I wanted to see if you were okay.
I'm fine, but I'd appreciate it if you left me alone for a bit.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have to earn the right to go back up and try again. If we fail, there's nothing I can do to protect you from what they have planned for us.
Do you want me to try to talk some sense into them?
No offense, but they're not gonna listen to you. I'll rally you all up again once I'm feeling a bit better.
Alright, I understand.
Alex, there you are.
That's not my real name. Conquest is.
Look, can we talk for a moment? Just hear me out.
And why should I do that? I'm pretty sure Death just got the Apophis treatment for saving our asses.
Look, I think I have an idea that will let us convince the chiefs to let us prevent the apocalypse.
You're still on that? Did you not just hear what I said?
I know it seems crazy, but you have to trust me, okay?
No. No way. Not after the hell you've just put us all through.
What would Death do if I asked them the same thing?
They would hear you out and explain why you're wrong.
So can you at least do that for me?
This better not be a waste of my time.
So the chiefs told us to start the apocalypse because the boss told them that it was time, right? Well, it's not like any of them have been mortal sight recently. If we could convince the chiefs to go to the mortal world, they'll see that they were wrong about humanity, and they can meet with the boss and ask him to postpone.
Look, I haven't been to the mortal world as often as Death and War, but from what they've told me, it's not pretty. People start wars and commit crimes for hateful reasons. People are selfish and cruel. Don't tell them I told you this, but Death escorts thousands of mortals to the afterlife every day, and they only take a handful to the good place.
And what will the apocalypse do? Kill everyone and they burn in eternal fire? How is that right? We don't deserve the punishments we get, and the mortals won't either. Look, the chiefs are cold and cruel. They created us to serve a specific purpose, yes, but what if they warped it in their twisted minds? What if we are the only ones who can stop what they want us to cause?
Look, I get it. You've got a good heart. It's in the right place, but we don't have the luxury of helping others just because it's ethical. Our loyalty is to our family. We all have obligations to fulfill, a job to do, a duty to serve.
And what have the chiefs done to ever earn our loyalty?
They made us.
So what? Nothing they have ever done has indicated that they love, trust, or respect us. Because they don't. We're just pawns to them. They don't care. You and War are so similar because they wanted a better version of you. You won't ever win their affection. Watch it. Don't you want it to be better? Don't you want to accomplish something in your life? Take charge and do something you're proud of? Take control of your life, your destiny. Don't listen to people who couldn't care less whether or not you succeed. You can inspire people, encourage them to follow their dreams and strive for success. So why don't you?
Death! I don't give a fuck about the chiefs. Death is the one who backs, who supports us and takes care of us. They always have. How can I go against everything we've worked for? Everything Death has worked for.
We can convince Death that the apocalypse is wrong too. Well, maybe I can't, but you can. They've always been proud of you. But maybe this can be your chance to earn that pride and prove you deserve it by taking charge so they don't have to.
Okay.
Begging. Wait. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, you can stop that.
Thank you for having little faith in me. In the world.
It's very little, but you've convinced me. War and death won't be so easy though, and I doubt it will convince the chiefs.
If the three of us try to convince Death, they'll be swayed by majority, and War has the chiefs in the palm of their hand. But War's going to be hard to convince. They'll try to argue with us just for the sake of being combative.
So we better find them fast and get to it.